Very good evening. I hope you all are doing great today. Here we are in a very challenging situation because of COVID, and we are in the second wave. And these times are actually very challenging for us because it has put us in an extreme gripping fear. It has made us so anxious. What if we catch on this virus, and what happens to our family? There's so much of anxiety. There's so much of OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, that you need to keep applying sanitizer. And on the other hand, there's also depression because people are not able to do what they want to do, and the situation has actually crippled so many people's life, and they're having a very tough time. So as we are actually going through this very dark, very negative energy consciousness, uh, I would just like to share my take as a therapist, that what we could do as an individual, that so that we can actually change the universal, that because it's just one person at a time, and we can all just shift out of this consciousness which is actually taking a toll out of the entire humanity. So the first thing is that we are so afraid that we're going to catch the energy, but the science says that we already have all the virus, bacteria and parasites inside of us. Then what is stopping this virus, bacteria and parasites to actually take over our organism, to override this health, is that we actually have this immune wall which produces immunoglobulin A, which is a natural flu shot which the body creates on its own, and which in turn again produces another chemical called thymosin, which actually helps us to fight all these virus, bacteria and parasites. But the challenge here is that because we are in stress, we put ourselves in extreme stress. The minute the body is in stress, it's no more at ease, because the disease is actually a dis-ease. The body which was at ease is now got out of ease, and that's where we're inviting these diseases. So now the moment the body is in stress, it kicks in the flight or fight mechanism, and once a flight or fight is on, now the energy is being drawn to actually fight the danger that you're perceiving outside. So now the first thing the stress does is to actually close our immune wall, to close our immune system. Now the moment the immune system gets shut off, then all the virus, bacteria and parasites which we have been storing all this while will now start overtaking the organism, will start overtaking this instrument. That's why these virus, bacteria and parasites are called opportunistic organisms, right? So if that is the case, then I would like you to imagine this, that imagine yourself to be like a radio. What does a radio do? That when the radio is fine-tuned, it actually attracts according to the frequency the radio is actually matching, it is broadcasting a certain radio station. So imagine this body, an instrument, to be like a radio, where the thoughts are electric and your feelings are magnetic. So we are actually an electromagnetic signature. So how we think and how we feel is actually creating an energy pool around us. There is an electromagnetic signature around us, depending on how we are thinking and feeling. So all those feelings that we are feeling, depressed, anxious, worry, stress, pain, suffering, all these are actually feeling, right? But before the feeling happened, there was a thought which actually brought this feeling into existence. You had to think a fearful thought for the feeling to come out. So I would like you all to actually become aware of what thoughts are we thinking on an everyday basis. Because if we are thinking such low energy thoughts, such low vibrational frequency feelings, then we are actually matching the similar frequency of the things that are outside of us, and that's how we attract all the events, all the people that who come in our life, all these things, be it everything, is actually the matching of the frequency. So now if we don't want to attract such lower energy virus, right, then we should actually have a shift within us, and the shift happens when we shift our thought process. So what thoughts are we broadcasting every day? Because that's what we're attracting. If you fine tune it, then the radio signal changes, right? So I would like you all to become very aware of your thoughts and then your feelings. Because once we become aware of thoughts, then we're no more actually unconsciously producing all this negativity in us. And unconsciously, we're also attracting, because when we don't want the virus to actually, attract us, we are also somehow, unconsciously attracting it, because this is called the law of reverse effect. That deep down you believe that, you are just going to be prone to this disease. So it's all to do with our mind, because as within, so without. The body is just a reflection of the mind. So now it's really important that we just go in deep inside and we actually work with our own mind, so that we can just step out of this negativity, so that we can start vibrating in a higher frequency, like joy, peace, harmony, health, vitality, right? So for that to happen, it starts with a very single thought. So I humbly request you all to become very observant of your own thoughts. Be your own observer. Let the body be your own lab and be an observer of every thought. And every time there's a negative thought, immediately replace that I'm healthy, I'm vital, right? I'm well. Because it's really important to reprogram it. If you're going to continue playing the same program, then you will continue to attract, the same things what the program does. So that's all I would like to tell you all. And I really thank you so much for listening to me. And let's all pray together for all those families, for all those people who actually are going through such tough times during this, COVID situation. Let's all pray for them. Let's send them a divine healing energy where they all can be healed and we all can actually step out of it with such higher energy level.